The next show we're going to be talking about is Koi wa Ameagari no Yoni, or Love is Like After the Rain.
I read this one, and immediately I'm like, I really don't feel like watching romance and whatnot. But in the back of my mind, I'm looking at it going, I bet you Big D's gonna want to watch this one. This seems like he might be interested in it.
Mm-hmm. So the story for this one is Akira Tachibana is a soft-spoken high school student who used to be part of the track and field club, but due to an injury, she is no longer able to run as fast as she once could. Working part-time at a family restaurant as a recourse, she finds herself inexplicably falling in love with her manager, a 45-year-old divorced young man with a young son. Okay, so if I would have just read the synopsis, I would have been like, eh. But I only saw the trailer, and oh my god, is this show animated gorgeously. Like, vibrant colors, just crazy contrast, and girl has like the shiniest shoes in the world. And I'm just watching it and I'm like, oh my god, this is if you take
Oh yeah, no, I just saw that. I'm kind of watching it right now. That those shoes are incredibly shiny.
if
They
you take,
really are. What the hell?
Yeah. Like had them under a buffer, just.
No kidding. Like, holy crap.
But yeah, if you take Makoto Shinkai's movies and just strip out tons of budget and put it as a TV anime, this is probably one of the nicest looking shows, or at least nicest looking trailers that I've seen. So I'm definitely gonna see if this animation carries out through the rest of the show, because I was watching and I was just like, oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a very much of like a teaser trailer, because there really wasn't a whole lot going for it. But because yeah, I can see, like, if you just looked at the trailer, you would look at that and be like, what is this even about? Like, really? What? The girl just seemed really sad, and that's about all I got from that trailer. Like, that's seriously about it. Other than there was like a few of those vaulting things that the track people use. Other than that, it was literally her at school and at a restaurant looking sad, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm glad they have a synopsis for these things, because holy crap, I would not have understood what the hell was going on. But I don't know. It seemed like it could be a good story. But it's definitely going to be more of a romance, type. And I don't know. It always seems to me like they're always very cliched. So many tropes in like romance storylines. So I can see where they were trying to diverge, because they mentioned the fact that it's a young girl who's pawning after a 45-year-old divorcee with a kid. So there's definitely some probably drama and stuff involved in that regards. I don't know. It's just like with slice of life ones that I've told, I've said in the past. Yep. Unless they have something very interesting involved with that, something that makes it unique in its own way, I'm not as usually interested in watching those.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. This is I definitely get that. It's like slice of life. That's not your strongest genre. For me, one of the things, like, so animation aside, like just the animation alone hooked me in. And then story-wise, now that I know the synopsis for this show, this is one of those shows that is part of a huge genre, which is high school romance.
Yeah.
The one thing that I really like about this that makes it differ from other high school romance is because it's not about a high school guy and a high school girl, and their little hijinks and things that they do, and then they finally become get into a relationship towards the end of the series. This is kind of like an unconventional relationship. She's working, like her romance is at the workplace, which kind of, in my opinion, it takes it from like an adolescence love story more into like becoming an adult kind of story. So it's more. To me, it seems more of a mature story that you don't really see a lot. So that's one of the things that interested me as far as the story. And then also adding that he has a son, and like the guy's probably like twice her age. Well, he's definitely like 2 or 3 times her age. And I'm curious, like it's kind of weird, like the huge difference in their ages. But I'm curious to find out like a little bit more of the details because
Yeah.
it's not a story that you normally see. So
No, you could, yeah, but I mean, considering the fact that basically he could be her, depending upon the age difference and how much, it almost seems like he could be her dad.
yeah, he
So
could
that's
definitely be her dad and like
yeah,
halfway be her like grandpa. So it's
yeah. So
I'm curious to see like how they treat it because if they
yeah,
treat it well, then it's just like it's kind of like the J like I'll probably say 10 years ago I used to watch a lot of J dramas, and it was live action stories that were a lot of times based on manga, just like anime is. And I kind of it's like I wish I could go back and start watching all the current ones that are coming out, except their episodes are like an hour long, and I'm like, there's just as many of them, or at least half as many of those as there is anime, and I'm like, I don't have time to be able to watch all of it. I can't even watch all the anime I want to. So it's kind of like a way for me to get like one of those types of stories that's more mature and more based in like reality, but also be animated gorgeously. So it looks really really cool. Like I'm interested in seeing what it's about. All right.
it piqued my interest at least a little bit when I saw that, especially considering the title, ramens, and I'm like, ramen? Is this a food one?
Yeah,
What?
tonkatsu is pork.
I'm curious. Like her eyes start glowing in the trailer. I'm like, I'm wondering if like she activates something. Maybe she reverses time. Like they're playing with time now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no